Welcome everybody to the star of the show at the Currency Conference in Bangkok. This is the X range with a fully automated shrink wrapper. So David, if you wouldn't mind just showing how the notes come out, we will go through the process at the beginning as well.
Yeah, no, indeed. So look at this. That's the end result. So, I know these are test notes. Obviously, they're in great condition, but it just gives you a good indication of what the quality of the wrap looks like with the label applied to the wrap itself. It's great, And this is the first time I've actually seen this product this week for real. And wow, what a solution!
We've got a traditional feeder here, David. Is that right?
Yeah. So we've got the core part of the X range sitting here. Okay. So with the feeder, obviously the X range, we're doing all the authentication and fitness. But beyond that is where it starts to get interesting. The automation kicks in. So we've got the strapper module here. In this example, we've got 4 strappers. Let's just open the door at this one so you may be able to see inside. Okay. So once the straps are made, they're delivered into these units, which then rotate and drop the strap into the conveyor system.
Brilliant. And one of the things we've been really highlighting to people this week on the strapping module is the ability to print out the barcode with time and date on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And all customers want to have that kind of data on their straps. All the sorters around the world produce strap with data. And with these particular codes, if you're tracking serial numbers within the system as well, you can probably associate that with a code on the strap.
Brilliant. And then from the strapping, actually, before we get to the strapping, reject notes. Now, where do reject notes go through on the X range compared to the V series?
Yeah. So it's always the first pocket.
Yep.
So same here. Your rejects go into this pocket here.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And that can be for whether they're unfit, that can be any of the criteria you've set.
So, rejects can be authentication failures. So it might be failure to denominate the note. It could be a double. It could be a number of other reasons, but that's where you would place them near to the user so they can take them out, manually inspect them, maybe put them back into the feeder to be reprocessed.
Brilliant. And it is manual feeds, but speeds around 1100 notes per minute?
Yeah, around about that. So, it's got plenty of capability.
Brilliant. Cool. So now we continue our journey down. We've obviously got the strapping done.
And the strapping's done. So the strap now continues through the system. We've got this little interface here which takes the strap through to this module here, which is going to now take the strap around to the bundling system.
Brilliant.
So there's lots of different covers you can open to inspect the system, monitor, and obviously do maintenance when it's necessary. So basically, the strap will come into this unit, be delivered up here, and then it'll be sent on its journey further down the system. More covers which can be opened to access the system. Straps would go through this channel down to the collation unit,
which is just down here.
Yep. So you can see here there's 2. So we can manage 2 different categories through the system. I mean, for argument's sake, we could say fit notes and unfit notes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got a lot of capability within there. And also we're able to validate the quality of the print on the strap itself. So if it's not up to standard, we can reject it out of the system before it makes its way into a bundle. So that's a really neat feature of this machine.
And that's something that you can then analyze the banknotes and then re-put them through the machine again?
Well, no, the machine's already counted the notes.
Okay.
So you at least you can have a look at the strap and do something about the quality of the print on there before these straps enter the bundle. So these would then have to be processed offline. You don't want to put them back through the system.
Okay. And what are the main conversation pieces people have been asking about this machine? Obviously, it's more based for CITs and commercial banks.
Well, it could be used by a central bank as well. I mean, it hasn't got shredding capability. So if you're a central bank and you don't have requirements for level 3 sensing, which this machine can't support, you can still use this. You've got to have an adequate offline process to take the unfit notes and destroy them offline. So I believe this can work in, across all sectors. But you know, especially commercial sector, it's a compact system. I mean, you've got everything you need here in a very what are we here? 3 meters by 3 meters.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, end-to-end process to get a bundle out of the system of this size. That's the first to market I've seen.
And we've already got some of these in market.
Yep.
There's a lot in India. So where are we looking at real potential for the X range?
What the total solution like
Yeah.
this with the packaging? Well, look, we've already successfully deployed this in Papua New Guinea. In fact, there's a great presentation going on today, which includes some imagery of this unit. So other customers like that who want something, they're in a small facility, they want to be able to sort, authenticate at reasonably good speeds, but also produce a package at the end of it. So I think there's great opportunity for such a solution.
And one of the things we've been talking about this week for both of our machines, which has come across very well with power infrastructure problems, is these can run off a backup generator.
Yeah, well, with all sorts of machines, you have to be aware that if there's power outages, you got to make sure that your systems are adequately supported. So yeah, the same with this system. It could run off a backup system if that's what's required.